rolling, guys. Hi. First off, hi. Whoa. We are blasting into this episode. I just saw Gabby. She just walked into our studio.
I got into the studio super late. I was kind of having one of those mornings where you're just like flouncing about, just like I wasn't in a dress, but I was in a dress. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
A nightie.
I was in a negligee.
A negligee.
Hate to say it.
Negligee sounds like a slur.
Negligee is a slur. It's this whore. It's slut shaming a dress. I was like flouncing around, having a morning, being like, wow, I have nothing to do today. This hasn't happened in years. And then I looked at my phone and I had 40 texts from Zack being like, are you coming?
Are you coming, dude? Now I have to leave now.
I forgot it was Monday. I did kind of the age-old thing where I forgot the day of the week.
Typical Monday vibes.
Typical
Monday vibes, guys. Hi. On this Monday, when this drops, of course, you guys are, everyone listening right now, if you're listening, I can't talk right now.
Literally, what are you about to say?
If you are listening right now and it's the day it dropped, it's a Monday. And I just wanted to say.
Totally.
I have no idea. So I've been taking cacao powder. Guys,
wait.
Holy fuck.
You told me about the Zack sometimes texts me like these little like facts about things.
Random manic like, 9 texts about something.
But truly 9 texts about like and it always starts with Gabby.
Serious.
Like no punctuation. Gabby. Have you heard of cacao powder? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, did you know
like
that
Cocoa Krispies.
Cocoa Krispies.
Like Cocoa Krispies cacao powder.
I know what cacao is. I know Cocoa Krispies.
Literally, while we were waiting for you to arrive, that's all Zack talked to me about was cacao.
God.
He gets on these little like I hate to say it, like spectrum-y like
that
fascinations.
That is true. Spectrum-y fascinations.
Yeah, where I don't think Zack is on the spectrum at all until he starts getting like fixated with like one weird thing, and then he'll never, after this week, he will never talk about it again.
Well, because I ingrain it so hard in my life that I have no need to talk about it anymore. I do all of the things I've said in the past.
No, I believe you.
Well, I would say you are right where it is spectrum-y. I would say that I this is something I've noticed about myself. I get very obsessed with things when it comes to wellness. Like when it's like barefoot shoes, being vegan,
God.
bone broth.
Oh
you know
my
what I mean?
God.
Like,
Lizzie, were you around for the barefoot shoes?
No.
Okay, this is literally the worst thing that's ever happened. Zack got, okay, you know the shoes that have slots for your toes?
Yes.
But I wasn't wearing those ones, but they were all of those ones.
I'm already upset.
They were in that universe.
Okay.
They weren't toe slots, but they looked
fingerless shoes.
Like, it looked like it was giving the gloves to the mittens to those gloves. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a very flat shoe that acted like you were wearing no shoes because it's somehow good for your legs. Don't. And
I almost.
And
I was like, well,
they were fucking hideous.
You bitch. You're a bitch.
They were literally hideous.
Yeah.
They made him look like he had clay feet somehow, if that makes sense.
I just
and he would wear them out, and I'd be like, Zack, you're embarrassing me.
You wear some of the most insane shit in the world.
I don't wear clay shoes, Zack.
I'm gonna be with. I haven't seen the shoes. I'm already.
I'll go put them on.
Side.
I'll put them on.
No,
they look cool.
We'll do a soft poll.
And then he was like demanding that I buy these shoes, and I was like, I'm not buying these shoes.
I was trying to help you. Because you keep breaking your feet. So I was like, maybe you should strengthen your feet with some goddamn barefoot shoes.
Maybe you should buy the shoes with the least amount of protection. You're just walking on gravel. I would break my feet all over again.
I'm not going to go into it.
I don't want you to.
We're not going to fight.
Because I'm over that.
Also, I wear insane shit. Why don't you unpack that for a second? Don't think we're going to fly past that. What insane shit do you see me in? I'm wearing an Ugg boot. This is a goddamn American classic.
You're right. I just said that because I was hurt. Hurt people hurt people.
Totally.
And that is
episode title.
Hurt people, bad girl.
Bad girl. So this is a podcast.
Bad girls hurt bad girls.
Okay.
Something there.
Love that.
This
sounds like a Rihanna album.
I know, but I need to just finish before we introduce what this even is. I need to finish the cacao.
The cacao.
Thing.
Go.
Yes, guys, we all know I get obsessed with wellness, and so I haven't been drinking this last week or eating edibles or smoking weed because we've said it many times. Every time I eat an edible, I'm literally I go back into the womb. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You turn into like a fucking horseshoe crab somehow.
It's fucked up somehow. But so I've been taking cacao because I just started taking it. And in high doses, cacao powder is a mild psychedelic.
And when you say high doses, like you buy the bags at Whole Foods, like
yeah,
that size bag.
Like of that.
How much of that?
So 3 tablespoons in a little bit of milk. And then I heat that up in the microwave and I drink it. And when I describe this, the other day I was just telling Lizzie before you got here. Yesterday, I took about like 5 scoops in it and I was walking around and I started crying.
Yeah, you text me that in your manic
I started crying
spiral.
just like out of joy, and I looked online. I'm not making this up in my head. Other people, like, it's a thing.
I mean, like, I get it. It tastes good. I used to love cacao powder.
It's not. It's just like
I get that when I eat chocolate. Where I'm like,
that's
ugh.
what people say. They're always like, eat chocolate. It makes you feel like more positive and everything. But then if you take it in the pure form in a very big dose, you feel like one with Earth. You like have you should try it.
I will.
Yeah. And every girly out there, try it. Hi, this is La Podcast. Sorry about that. I had to get that off my chest.
First of all, I'll try anything. You know that. I've smoked crack. Second, this is La Podcast. This is a podcast hosted by Gabby and Zack Bryan.
Hi, guys.
Gabby, Mr. and Mrs. Bryan. I would describe
Senor
us.
Bryans.
Senor Bryans. And
that works.
Okay. Oh, wow. Don't you see that on like a baby shower? The Senor Bryans.
The Senor Bryans. When we have a kid and name it Transessa or whatever.
She's trans.
She's trans.
I can't wait for the merch for this podcast to be only baby articles of clothing. Just like onesies.
There's nothing for
There's
adults.
nothing for adults. Just baby stuff.
Little baby booties.
Like those little baby.
Oh, one time we wrote a musical about shoes called Shoesicle.
Shoesicle the musical.
Shoesicle the musical. Genius.
Literally and it takes place in a Foot Locker, but after hours.
After hours. It's kind of like Night at the
Obviously.
Museum. Sure.
But what happens to the shoes?
What?
Great idea.
Wait, honestly.
That would be like a great like Nick Jr. show.
It's literally genius. And then our friend was the guy who worked the night shift at Foot Locker, and he would come in and we'd all be like,
The
shoes freeze. We'd freeze and then go back.
In the journey, because you know in the Foot Locker, all the shoes are just on the rack.
Yeah.
The whole point of the Journey play that was Shoesicle the musical was everybody's trying to find their other half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're only a solo shoe. But Zack's character was the baby booty. I was the flat. I was married to the loafer. Yeah. We have a full falling out of love journey. And because I surmise that the loafer...
Bring that back. Bring back surmise.
That the loafer cheated on me with an espadrille on vacation and had baby booty, even though he's
Wait, you're the mother.
Yeah, but just...
No, it's the other way around. You cheated on loafer because you both are hard-soled shoes and baby booty is...
a
soft-shelled shoe or whatever.
Wait, who did I cheat with?
The boot.
No, the boot was
the combat boot.
Oh, in the army.
A hot combat boot guy.
Oh my God.
I know. And then the
And
espadrille comes on and she's Brazilian. She's like, I'm an espadrille.
I'm from Brazil. Zack has a whole number where he's like, I'm a baby, but it's kind of like slutty. Sing it.
I'm a baby booty and I'm just so cutie that when everybody sees me, they go,
and then everyone's like,
It's actually a stellar concept. TM.
TM. Get out of our DMs. TM.
Guys, this is La Podcast. Today is crazy.
I literally feel crazy.
I feel so crazy that I'm actually on the other end of it at peace.
Yeah, no, honestly, same.
I found it.
Also, the spring has sprung. The birds are chirping. We're living life with our windows open for the first time in 6 months. Every New Yorker has a little grin. Gwyneth is free, and spring has sprung. So could life get better?
Could life get better right now, guys? After this dark, macabre winter that just kind of like had its stranglehold on us, Old Man Winter was finger blasting us to death for months. But I always imagine spring is like a young woman who's like very cute. She's got like long brown hair.
I was just gonna say, what's her hairstyle?
Like long, like cherry red hair or cherry brown hair. You know what I mean? Like,
like an
somewhere in
auburn.
between. Yes.
Every mom's color hair.
Every mom has auburn hair. So, but it's like very
That's
like
true.
really wavy, layered.
Layered.
Yeah.
Curtain bangs.
Curtain bangs. Like, she's very spry. She's ready to spring. Where Summer is a hot guy. It is a muscly, hot, ripped guy who has no body hair and he's always shiny. You know what I mean?
Ken vibes.
Ken,
Blonde.
He's like
Oiled up.
himbo. He can be hot sometimes, like mean, but he can also be fun. You know what I mean?
He could also be fruity.
Fun and fruity. And then Autumn, I imagine, is it's a woman in her 40s.
Yeah. It's a woman in her 40s who's refound herself.
Yeah.
And she has a book nook. Do you know what I mean? In her living room, in her Connecticut home, she has a book nook, and she's just like she knows her recipes. She knows how to make her family happy.
Yeah.
And she loves her job.
She's actually rediscovering hobbies now. You know what I mean? Because
she has time.
She's been
crafting.
She's been really into like go, businesswoman.
Yeah.
She now is realized that the true spice of life is actually looking kind of backwards at herself. What does she want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is a lot of like beading. That is a lot
Crochet.
of like crochet.
Those beads that you put on and then you put an iron on and it makes one image. Remember that?
Fuck.
Remember that? What is that called?
Literally fuck.
I did that as a kid and it was electric.
Yeah. We need to get back to the feeling of crafting as a kid where you open a pack of sparkly pens and you're like, oh my God.
I actually knew I was gay because you guys know the Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah.
I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club because I have a shout out single mom. And so I would go to the Boys and Girls Club, and you could always pick the activity that you wanted to do. You'd get there and they'd be like, okay, everybody pick your activity. All the boys would go do dodgeball. Bombardment is what we would call it. And
What?
I would always
Why'd
go.
you call it that?
I didn't make the rules. I didn't.
Bombardment?
Because you're being bombarded by balls.
Balls.
That's gay.
That's gay.
No,
Listen,
of course
listen,
it's gay. No, that's the gay one.
But you know what I would do? I would always do arts and crafts.
Yeah.
And I'd hang out with all the teenage girls, and I loved being a little fucking 7-year-old gay boy with all these teenage girls because they treated me like a cherub.
Yeah.
I could do anything I wanted.
You could do no wrong.
And I used it. And if anyone was mean to
abused
me,
it.
I would act sad, even though I wasn't. I was manipulative. And I would just having all those girls cooing like, oh.
Yeah.
I would pretend to cry. If any of them are listening, they're all in their 40s.
I'm an actress now. I used to do Girl Scouts. That was my big thing.
Really?
And my mom was such a butch. So my mom is like carpenter, like literally like welds metal. She's gay as all hell.
Yeah. Her rising is gay.
Her rising is gay. Honestly, she might be gay.
Maybe she was gay this whole time.
God bless.
That's where you got it.
Half and half.
Half and half.
My dad's kind of gay too.
I love that you just acknowledged that Gabby
Is bi.
bi.
That was for the audience.
Is progress.
Every day is progress.
Every day
Every
is
day is
progress.
Gabby's bi, and I'm half girl. That's what I've decided gay is.
Okay.
Think about it.
No, I accept you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So I would go with my gay mom to Girl Scouts, and
Fully straight mom.
she's married, always married to a man. But you don't know. She's straight. And then she would do crafts, but they were always kind of like anti-girl crafts. So we tie a lot of knots and do a lot of like dirt stuff.
I think that's why you're so good in stress situations. Like, you're the kind of person who, like, if
That's true.
Oh my God, this reminds me. I'm gonna stay on this for a sec. You're the kind of person that if someone was injured, you would be able to like make a splint for their leg.
I've done that.
Yeah, you would be able to do a tourniquet on their leg if they were bleeding out.
I literally saved a girl from bleeding out. I literally have.
Yeah, so I really think I saw the new Scream movie last night. And I need to talk to women everywhere right now. And this is going to be crazy.
Don't.
No, this is going to be crazy. I'm talking specifically to all the women in horror movies, these fictional characters.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, Gabby, I know you would never do this.
Okay.
You would never do this.
Don't give us more work right now.
I'm not giving you more work. I'm just saying that in horror movies, there is a certain type of woman. The men just die. The men just get killed.
Yeah.
The girls like are like, I can't, and then they fall down and get stabbed to death.
Yeah.
If we're in a horror movie situation, I know that Gabby would never do this. Gabby would charge the killer and tackle them to the ground.
I would be like, I am a confrontational person, and you're going to want to not come at me because I have a lot of built up anger, and I would love to come at you. I would murder him. I would like get too into it to a point where you're like, I don't know, take her away too.
No, yeah. Oh my God. Well, the main girl is kind of like a badass who like charges the killer, and I'm like, fuck yes. But then there's this other scene where like this girl is like has to like climb over a ladder to escape the killer, and she's like, I can't.
A ladder?
I can't. Like she has to like go across this like bridge to safety, but it's like up really high, and she gets too scared and then gets killed because she was too scared.
But I just have to say, we're blaming the girl characters when it's
male
male writers who have the problem. Zack.
A woman wrote that movie, actually.
Did she?
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
Yes, the newest Scream
That's
movie.
profound.
Can you fact check that?
I'll fact check
that.
Because I don't believe you.
It's the Scream movies. You think it would be a man?
Yeah. I guess what? It has been every time.
Do you know that? Fact check that. Oh,
That's
yeah?
true.
I
Fact
can
check
fact check it right back at you.
It's like taking me forever to figure out what number Scream this is.
6.
Yeah, it's 6. It was written by 3 men.
Told you.
It was not only written by 3 men, directed by 2 men.
They were like, you know what will fix this? More men.
More men. Yeah.
Hey, you know how the Scream movies have been sexist because it's written by a man? What if we get another
More
man?
men in the mix.
Based on characters by a man. So let's
Wait, but there was a character in
You
there. It
love
was
to-
a girl, and she had a shirt. She literally had a shirt that said "strong female lead."
Yeah, that's how they get you off their tail.
That's how girls write other girl characters.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Women-
We're like, well, let me just put a strong female lead T-shirt on there.
Hey,
No.
let's not write a strong female lead, but let's get her wearing a shirt that says that.
Well, the men only write women as either like atomic blondes, like will kill you and charge at you, or like
Helpless, mousy brunette.
exactly the girl.
Yeah.
And I will say, canonically, in all the Scream movies, there hasn't been a single gay man, because gay men would just be like, he's the killer.
He's him.
It's him.
Obviously.
Yeah. So I know for a fact in a horror movie situation, you would never do that.
I would be like, finally. Something
I know.
like I'd be like, finally something exciting is happening.
Well, another thing in the movie is that like they killed someone in the old movie, and then the girl is like traumatized just because she had to kill someone. I feel like if someone was killing my friends and I got the upper hand and I killed them, I would be like, yeah, bitch, don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with me. I nailed it.
I'm gonna go to the mall after that. Like, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Would you be fine?
I would be fine. I watched the movie last night, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Is that what it's called?
Opposite movie from Scream, I hear.
Wow, totally. Totally. I don't even have to watch the new Scream to know that it's the opposite. That movie is so good.
I hear that's what everyone's
amazing.
saying.
It's literally one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
What's her last name?
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh she's almost like too hot to play that character, though, I will say.
Because there's no way she would like be down on her luck because she's so beautiful.
Yeah, because they cut to her in different universes, and she's like a celebrity, and then she's this and that, and she's just like running this like down and out laundromat, like looking amazing. And she's such a good actress that you believe it, but you're also like, your bone structure is too good for you to end up owning a laundromat.
Someone would have plucked you up.
Someone would have been like, you're a model.
You're a model now.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I agree. She is really good in everything I've seen her in.
She's amazing, and I love the idea. I love when a grown ass woman has a fight scene. Not a young woman, because a young woman, you're like, all right, you took a kickboxing class in Chelsea, like you figured it out. When an older woman is like fucking people up, you're like, she should be the president.
That literally also happened in Scream with Courtney Cox, because she's like what, 54?
Courtney Cox is in Scream.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
She was in the original.
She's like an OG character.
Yeah,
Scream.
but I didn't know they still had her.
Yeah, that's how they're still making these films.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
She's
I
in it
love
now.
Courtney Cox. She also sells soap.
I know. I love Courtney Cox. I was saying this to the guy I was with last night. When I was watching this movie.
The guy?
I was with a guy.
The same guy.
The guy?
You're literally
Okay.
I'm so sick of this.
I hate
What?
to be the bitch, but you have to move on.
Yeah.
One last sentence.
Yes.
Seeing a woman in her 50s literally dodging knives, flipping, turning upside down, doing 360s, judo flipping grown men.
Yeah.
It is electric.
It's electric. You're literally like sopping wet for this older woman.
I love seeing women beat the shit out of people.
That's how I felt with Atomic Blonde. Speaking of Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde, I literally was like, there was a flash flood warning in the fucking movie theater. I was literally like this.
You could do that.
I know.
I think you have that type. That's also why
I did
a
a fight scene in a short film recently, and it was right after I broke my foot. So I was like, we have to be like kind of careful though.
I will say that's why I like watching female MMA better than men.
It's so much better.
Because men, it's a sexual thing for me. I'm like, those are gay sex positions. You're in a gay sex position. He's the bottom. You're the top. You guys like each other.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
in love. You're in
the
love.
girls, I'm like, okay, a violence fight. Yeah,
A violence fight.
a violence fight.
So what are you serving? Is that
Okay, what am I serving? I am serving you a sunrise. The sun comes over the horizon. When the sun finally is up, catch this, you're in the Teletubbies universe.
Yeah, it's a baby.
It's the baby's face, but the baby's older now. Okay? The baby's seen some shit.
And it's not like an older human, it's an aged baby.
It's an aged baby with a beard.
Yeah.
Okay? And he's no longer giggling.
He's
Okay?
not. He's going like this.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Face the day. Face the day.
Hey, good luck.
Good.
That baby that bearded baby rises in the sky and is like, hey, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And that is what I'm projecting. I am projecting to you.
Projecting.
I am projecting to you going on a quest. Getting in a canoe.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's how every quest starts. It's in a canoe. Totally true.
Getting in a canoe, going down the Mississippi. And honestly, you have no destination.
Guess what? Mississippi. The Mississippi.
Mississippi. The Mississippi River.
Crazy to spell it right. Say it wrong. Hey, how do I spell Mississippi? Mississippi.
The Mississippi River going down and you know, a journey has you know, there's rising action and falling action, baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on that canoe with a new friend I picked up on the way. We're playing a banjo. Other times there's whitewater rapids and it's not that easy. Okay? Because life,
hard.
girls, life has turns.
Twists,
even ups, downs, diagonals, and those diagonals will fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Those diagonals
That's
will
the
fuck
worst
you.
part.
Because the diagonal, you're like, which way am I going? And then you know. And lastly, I'm serving you some mulled cider, baby. Some mulled cider with your coziest friends. Okay? Because I'm on a journey emotionally, but truly, I'm with my friends. And I'm centered.
May I?
Ball to you. Balls in your
balls
court.
in your mouth.
Balls in your
All right,
court.
balls in your mouth. Hey, I would never put balls in my mouth. One time in high school, my friend, who I will remain unnamed, because she's getting married and for no other reason, we were in like, you know, when some people growing up had a house and then they had kind of a house in the backyard.
Yes, a
Like
shed.
the pool house or whatever, but
Oh,
there's
no.
no pool. It's just like a house in the backyard. It's like a big garage.
Okay, yes, I know exactly
So
what you mean now.
this guy,
Like where kids hang out.
yeah, where they would put the kids, and there was one ping pong table and no toilet paper. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So we
Gatorades.
were in that back house, but it was a big room with a high ceiling, and then there was a room, like a lofted room with the staircase that went down and like kind of like everyone could see.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend and this guy went upstairs to go
Hook up.
hook up. And she came down the stairs like 20 minutes later, like this, like the Queen of fucking Sheba. And she goes, I sucked his balls. And then everyone cheered.
We live in a renaissance.
And that girl's getting married.
Oh my God. A lot of people need to know that incorporating the balls into a blowjob does kind of take it from, it takes it into ultra, baby.
Look at me. Look me in the eyes. I'll never.
It's not even, you don't even put them in your mouth, but you just have to, incorporate the.
You have to juggle them a little
You
bit.
gotta incorporate the balls.
I go like this.
Although
I go like, you know when like a magician like Do you know what I'm talking about?
How they like make something.
They make like a thing go through their fingers
Yes, I know
really
exactly.
quick.
Watching
Like a
you
car.
describe or like act out giving a blowjob makes me feel bad for men.
It makes you feel like you've never done it and you've
It's
just
all
heard
I've
it's hearsay.
like-
It's all hearsay.
It's like before you have sex, but you pretend like you're
Hearsay,
saying.
Your Honor. Objection. Hearsay.
I'm like, you know when you're going in at an angle, but you're juggling the balls up top?
You know when you go from behind up and then even down them?
No, sometimes I do a reach around.
Everyone's like, you could do a reach around with balls. So you were spot on there.
Okay, so you're spot on.
Spot on right there.
Everyone knows how I feel about blowjobs.
Everybody?
I've given probably 10 blowjobs in my life. I'm 30.
You're
29.
29. I'm actually getting back into blowjobs myself.
You're getting back into it?
I'm getting sort of back in the mix.
There
I
was a
gave a
moment.
rocking, sorry, don't make a clip out of this. I gave a rocking blowjob the other day.
So to take me through the journey of you giving a blowjob, I went through a 6 months period when I was trying to learn how to give a good blowjob, but I refused to watch porn. So I just asked all my friends to describe, it was really a science experiment, to describe how they gave a blowjob. Really fun stuff. Highly suggest if you're a woman in this life, ask all your friends how they give a blowjob.
I will say my biggest note for a blowjob is your mind should not be in the past and it should not be in the future.
You need to be in the present.
It is about presence. It's about the now, the power of now by Eckhart Tolle. Even like
I'm making a clip of this.
it is sort of about the power of right now. What do you have power? Where is your power? Okay.
Find your power.
Find your power. Your power is not in the imagined future and it is not in the past, baby.
That's how you describe giving a blowjob?
Yes, because you have to deal with what you have at your fingertips, your mouth. You need to use your mouth in ways that you know your mouth can be used. I feel like back in the day, I would get like kind of shy or anxious about a blowjob because I'm like, this isn't like going so like, am I doing it? But then you realize that you need to be there and the answer will come.
Literally.
Yeah, the answer comes when you need it.
I have TMJ, so I'm just like not really in the moment when I'm giving a
More
blowjob. Yeah. I'm like my jaw's locking a little bit and I'm like, all right. I'm giving a blowjob saying, all right.
They are cumbersome, I'll give you that.
They're ridiculous. I'm sorry. They're ridiculous. It's a ridiculous ask. That's what I think.
It is. And they like pee out of that. Which is
like,
like
ew.
also crazy that you're letting them.
Just recent, and they don't wipe. That's the big thing. At least we wipe up our vaginas.
We flick it.
Cool.
We jiggle flick it.
On Flick It, Gabby, what are you serving? We have to move on.
I'm serving you to not giving blowjobs unless we're in love, and at that point I'm putting in no effort. I'm serving you oak bookshelves, a room with a bunch of bookshelves, and there's like a couch in the middle that's like, you know, the couches that don't have a back, it's just kind of like a ottoman.
Yeah.
Like a big ottoman.
Yeah.
But there's
like a chaise.
Like a chaise. But there's no back.
Yeah.
It's just like a big ottoman, but with a bunch of cushions, kind of like a pillow pile in the middle of that room, and everyone reads books, but ultimately it's where everyone hangs out.
I know the word for this. There's a word for this specific type of furniture.
Really?
There is. Is it called a...
Pillow pit?
It's not called a pillow pit. You can keep going and I'll say it.
Like I'm also picturing in that world like a sunken couch in the middle. That's a bunch of pillows as well. I'm serving you that dream when you were a kid that you could take out everything in your room and just make it a big bed.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Or a sunken bed, like in As Told by Ginger, the girl Macy.
Yeah. Yes!
Right? Am I right, girls?
Tears are coming to my eyes.
Everyone.
Lizzie and our jaws just drowned.
I love As Told by Ginger.
That is the grass is always greener on the
But
other side.
you know her room, remember?
Yes.
It was that in the middle, a sunken down circle bed.
Circle.
It was
Yes.
a circle.
It was a circle. I saw that on TV, and I was like, "This is changing what I even thought beds could be."
You don't think about architecture like that until you see that show.
I feel like all the girls who are watching this and to be listening to this, just who are driving, just slammed on their brakes.
Slammed on their brakes.
10
Literally
car
10 car pile
Oh my
up.
God.
I'm serving you that sunken. I'm serving you growing up. This is the best part about growing up. Growing up, getting some wind in your sails, figuring out your life, getting a money, getting a bank account, getting savings account, and then being able to design and decorate your own house in some suburban town. You get to figure it out. You get to have a waterbed if you want. You get to do whatever the fuck you want. You can hang a carpet on the wall. You know how some moms do that and you're like, what the fuck?
My mom used to do crazy shit like that all the time.
Moms love to hang a carpet on the wall and you're like, that's not where that goes. And she goes, this is my house.
You can tell a lot what's going on with a mom by the stuff she does to the walls.
Yeah,
my mom once painted the walls rodeo red. She was going through something. Yeah.
My mom was like obsessed with like Japanese style. Our house was Appropriation Station. It's a house of white people in New Jersey. My mom loved Japanese style, and there was like
the early 2000s.
Yeah, it was like our entire house had like little like porcelain Japanese people. Like
my nana
everywhere.
like still has that.
Like Japanese scrolls on the walls, and my mom's like, "This makes me interesting." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like to look at this. Do I know what it says?
Yeah.
Not a chance.
My mom had like wavy brown hair, if that makes sense, and I think that really says it all. You know,
my nana still has a bunch of like plates she shows around our house, with geishas on them.
Yes.
And I will never tell her to take them down.
No.
I love them. I'm gonna get those.
Does
someday.
she even know what a geisha is?
No, I think she thinks it's a ghost.
This beautiful woman. It's like, that's a hooker.
That's a hooker, Nana.
Yes, I'm serving you appropriation. No, I'm serving you like leather bound furniture and buying our first expensive couch. I've never done this. I have an expensive couch. Asked my dad for it. When in the future when I buy my first leather bound red leather, yellow leather. I buy it with my own hard-earned money, and I go, okay, all right, let's get showtime.
It's showtime.
Let's get down to business. And finally, I'm serving you being able to control the lights of a room on your phone.
Never
like every light in the room.
That is like something that humans did that we had no business doing.
We
were fine with lanterns.
Business.
We were fine with lanterns.
We were fine, and we have been elevating the idea of lighting a space. There are people on this planet Earth who are landscape lighting designers. Have you ever Googled this?
No.
There
I know
are
you have.
Obviously, this is so me all over. I have Googled and done research on these landscape lighting designers who go to your home in suburbia, and they look at your landscaping and they say, how can we elevate this into a theatrical experience? And they design and program lightscapes for your house.
You could do that right now.
I have no doubt in my mind.
You could make a fake website right now on Canva. You could just make a flyer, make $3 million.
Yeah. I'm wasting my talent.
Oh my God.
By doing this right now. I should be designing experiences.
You should. And I'm on the other end of the spectrum where I have no business doing this right now. Okay? I should be a trade worker. What am I doing here?
I should be going to trade school.
What am I doing here?
Speaking of what are we doing here, we have 10 minutes left.
Okay, we have 10 minutes left. So want to do a quick, girlies. If you were an unabashed fanatic... Okay,
which is our old podcast.
Sort of the podcast, the beta version.
Yes, iconic, like 100 episodes.
I know we did it when we were young little
fruits.
We were fruitcakes back then.
We had no business doing that podcast.
I mean, we did.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was really good. It ended it during the pandemic because it was crazy to do a podcast during all of that.
And we did it. We were doing like 3 episodes
So
a
if
week.
you ever want to know like what was going on in our headspace during the entire pandemic,
you have to join the Patreon and all of the episodes of Unabashed podcast.
Of Annabelle podcast.
That's Annabelle's podcast is a hilarious podcast name. Like, who's Annabelle? But it's us.
You know what I came up the other day? I was talking to our friend Savannah, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Listerine and how it's bad for your mouth culture. And I was like, what a good name for a podcast.
Mouth culture.
About like talking shit.
Mouth culture.
Like gossip.
What was the other podcast name we came up with? It was called Gay
Expose.
Gay Expose.
Where we talk about all things LGBT news.
Okay?
I'm starting that podcast.
TikTok is choking on that idea already.
I am literally gonna find a gay person, a real one, and then
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
every day.
And I can't implore you both enough that we now have 9 minutes.
Okay, really quick. You guys will only get a taste of it today. It's a tasting menu episode today because we can't stay on one topic.
You have to wait, but you have to go on the Patreon. Sign up for the Patreon, $5 a month to listen to all of Unabashed podcasts. We also went through a phase where we just started reading the Twilight books on camera. So if you
Did we finish the book?
No,
not a chance.
We got like 4 chapters in, but they're really funny. So you're gonna want to join the Patreon for that. But we have this segment called Inside of Your Brain, and it's the best segment we've ever done. And what you do, it really defines your psyche at that moment.
It's a thought experiment.
It's a thought experiment. It's a id experiment. It's theater school all over.
It's kind of like same as what are you serving, but in a different way. Because what are you serving is what am I sending out? Inside your mind is what am I serving on in?
On it, all up in.
On the in, okay?
So
Why
what
don't
you
say
do?
Reverse. You ever hear the cha-cha slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that part of the song.
It's that part of the song.
Reverse.
Charlie Brown. Blah, blah, blah. No.
We have 8 minutes now.
We have 8 minutes. Okay. So you have to visualize it's in what does your brain look like? What is the house of your brain? So
Or
you start
a door.
you start with a door. What does the door look like? And then you let your id take you through the door. Zach, go.
So first off, to gain access inside my brain, you are walking through what can only be described as a fungi garden. Okay.
Oh, like mushrooms?
Mushroom when they're all glowing. Okay.
Yeah.
The sky is purple above you. All these mushrooms are glowing, different colors, like pop.
The moon and the sun is in the sky.
And then you realize that there's a rhythm to all the glowing mushrooms and all the ways that they're lighting up. And the rhythm is actually to Mambo number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're like, oh, okay. You're feeling jazzy. You're feeling fucking ready to go. You come up to this doorway, but the doorway, okay, it looks like this. It is like a waterfall. You know those like waterfalls in like rich people's houses that are just in the middle of the room? Water's purple. Okay, and it's just water, and you're like, this is just a waterfall. But then there's this mysterious voice that is coming from one of the mushrooms that does sound like Joe Pesci saying, "Go through it."
Go fucking through it.
Okay, so you put your hand into the purple, like the waterfall. Okay, instantly your hand turns clear, and you take it back because you're scared. And then the clear kind of fades back to your normal hand and you're like, wait, no. You start going in, clear, clear, clear. You walk in, you now are water, like the water dripping. You fall down the drain, you are swirling. Your sense of the physical parameters of your own body, gone. Okay?
Totally.
You are all water now. Flowing, flowing, flowing until all of a sudden, you're a fetus again. You're a little baby. Okay, and you start to slowly grow, and you are the bud of a rose. Okay, so the rose opens. You are like sitting there naked, but now a full adult and sexy.
Yeah.
And a giant rose, and there's a bunch of other roses in this kind of massive pasture, and each one opens, revealing another sexy, full-grown adult. And everybody's kind of like looking at each other like it's on, right?
It's fucking on, right?
Like it's on, it's the sexual tension is palpable.
Could cut it with a knife.
You could cut it with a knife. All the roses kind of like lay to the ground, and then you now are like pastel red right now. Okay,
Yeah.
your entire body.
Coral.
Someone is pastel pink, someone pastel, and then you have an orgy with all of these rose people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're having sex. There's one of them. His name is Tyler. He likes you a lot. And he's like, "Do you want to get a drink at the bar?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." You go get a drink at the bar, and you're talking to Tyler, and Tyler is like talking a lot about like I don't know, like stocks or like Bitcoin, and you're like, you don't want to talk to Tyler anymore.
Yeah.
You realize that Tyler's hot, but is hotness really like the most important thing? Because there's a lot of hot people in this world. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. So you're talking to Tyler, and then a guy named Blaze comes up.
I've had sex with a Blaze.
Yeah, it's
Me
him.
too.
Cheers.
Same Blaze.
Probably not.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Blaze comes and sort of like cock blocks Tyler in such an offensive way, but you laugh and snort like you're like. And then Tyler goes, come on, man. And then you just let Blaze take you. Blaze takes you. You guys are still like these like squishy pastel rose people. You start talking to Blaze. Blaze is a dick. Okay. Blaze is such an asshole. He is like, he's not listening to you. He's hearing himself talk.
This is literally not the segment. Keep going.
It's also, remember when we were supposed to do this quickly? Gabby, you're not gonna go.
It's fine. This is like not how this segment works. It's supposed to be like describing.
We're now with Blaze.
This is the inside of my brain.
Okay.
Blaze is inside of his brain.
Blaze, and Blaze is a dick. Okay.
Well, you and Blaze have to come to a conclusion here soon.
And then that's it.
No, keep going.
No, Blaze is being a dick, but you're okay with it.
But how do you finish?
So Blaze is being a dick. You're down. You're like this guy's so fucking shitty. This guy sucks.
Yeah, I love it.
So you get into his Lamborghini. You get into his Lamborghini that is made of crystals. Vibes. And then you drive off into the sunset. You are now with Blaze. Forever.
That's the love of your life. So that's the inside of Zach's brain today, I guess.
That's like what I'm feeling. It's like, because I'm feeling sexually charged. I'm feeling like life is about being in a mixer. But you know what I mean? And
but you don't care about your earthly form.
Because catch this, we're all rosebuds that are fully bloomed. And I'm ready to experience life. Okay? I'm done hiding. Okay? So that's what the rosebud metaphor was. All these sexy adults are fully, they're fully themselves, and we're ready to have a fucking orgy.
Can I just describe my door and then I'm done?
No, go into it.
We have 4 minutes before you have to leave, before your heart out.
Okay, I could do it really quick.
Go.
Okay, so you come up to the door and it's in kind of like a metal like cell.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you don't know where you're coming from, but you're in this like cold cell, and you just look down. It's POV.
Yeah, of course.
And you look down and you put on one kind of like white leather glove, and then you do a code. It's like a metal coded door, like a keypad, and you do so many numbers, but you know by heart.
You saw that? I saw that.
You go into like smoke, and then it's suddenly not POV. It's a 3-camera shoot.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's like a 50s 3-camera shoot where there's guys with big cameras who are like it's old NBC.
Yo, yeah.
And you come out of the smoke and you're in a little fucking number. You're in a hot outfit. Let your mind fill in the blank.
Oh, I love that.
A hot outfit, but your hair is like, you know when celebrities have like wet hair, but it's like a lot of gel? It's that. Wet.
I imagine a latex overalls, but your boobs are like
big. So then you're walking through this like smoggy show. You know, there's a lot of like smoke machines and there's a 3-camera shoot and you're just like getting shot from every angle.
Looking
like
amazing.
They are like getting the coverage the editors
The camera
need.
is eating you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're like making eye contact with every camera, like, and then it kind of turns into like a like a 50s kind of like talk show theme song. It's like everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, that keeps the show moving. You know, like
I just pictured like Soul Train, like
it turns into this number.
Yeah.
And then that finishes, the bell rings, everyone goes 5-minute break, and everyone clears the soundstage. And then you're kind of alone and you're sitting in your chair and you have a hot cup of coffee that some fucking PA handed you and you're like, thanks. And then you're like,
coughs in it.
Keep that cough in it. And then you're kind of just like sipping your herbal tea. And you're looking out at your life of being this successful sitcom star, meets spy, meets hot sex icon.
Yeah, of course.
And you're like, how did I get so lucky? I should call my dad. And then you call your dad and you're like, what are you up to? And he's like, you don't have a bad relationship. Like, you're just like, I should call my dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, nothing. Just like in the garden. And you're like, oh, totally cool. And you hang up and you're like, all right. Action. And then you go back into the thing. And life was really about that little moment of being like, let me connect to reality and see what my family is up to.
Well, because like being a star is like a drug. Like
It's
it
like a
sweeps
drug.
you up. Like fame is a drug.
And you're just in the smog of this jazzy little number, and you're like, you're hitting every step, and you're nailing it.
You're a professional.
And you're looking great. And you have your one glove on, and that's fun. It's always fun to have one glove on. Just be like, this is cool. Like, this is not, it's always two.
Yeah.
Let me do
of
something
course.
different.
Yeah.
And you just like crack the code and whatever. But life is really about finding the grounding of those little moments to be like, I am grateful.
I love that that's you quickly describing your door. It's 2 p.m. You
Okay.
have to end this episode.
Oh, we have to end
Guys,
this episode.
follow us on Instagram.
Wait, really quick, Wings. Gabby.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
You're gonna go to London in a bit, and I just want you to know that I am scared that I'll lose you.
No, you won't. You won't. I'm going to London tomorrow. Our Patreon extra 10 this week will be Zack and I FaceTiming from London, filling each other in. If you don't join the Patreon for that, I don't know what will make you join.
And I might talk about the boy I'm seeing.
I'm going to talk about a boy.
So get the big scoop, okay?
So get the big scoop. Get the 3 scoops on a cone. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/La Podcast Podcast. $5 a month or more if you want more shit.
If you want more shit.
We love you so much, Lizzie. You look amazing.
Lizzie,
I love you to
we
death.
love you. Thank you
Love
so
you.
much for like dealing with us. And I was watching your face throughout this entire episode, and
Stressed.
you couldn't be more crazed by what we're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I just love the both of you, how you do things so quickly and it takes 30 minutes.
We do things really fast, quickly, long time.
Yes, long
Long time.
time.
Love you.
Okay, we love you guys.
Bye.